So this is what we are going to see in today's session. We are going to discuss about the Dinachari, the daily timetable, and then we are going to see the difference between Gurukulam and today's education system. Then we will be discussing the unique features of Gurukulam. Then we will be seeing about the pedagogy, that is teaching methodology. What are all the unique teaching methodologies they had in ancient India? Then we will see a few sample Gurukulam ambassadors, those who are amazing Gurukulam products. Then at last we will see the modern day Gurukuls. Do we have a similar Gurukul in 21st century in India? So these are all the topics we are going to cover. First, let us discuss about Dinacharya. So when we talk about Gurukulam, the first thing which they emphasize in Gurukulam is Brahma Muhurta. A person should wake up before the sunrise. So this is the primary thing. And I have heard thousands of times my Acharya ji telling me this. If at all the Brahma Muhurta wake up is not followed in life, then Gurukula lifestyle is not there. So if there is a Gurukulam, or if there is a person who studied in a Gurukulam who didn't wake up before sunrise, then that is not a Gurukulam person or a Gurukulam. So this is the first fundamental thing. Now we are going to see few concepts of Gurukulam lifestyle, and then we will see the Dinacharya. Anushtanam is one major role where in Gurukulam all the students will do Anushtana or Sadhana, where they will do Sandhya Vandana, Japa, Parayana, Swadhyaya. So there is a set of yoga. There are a set of things called Anushtana, which is followed every day, preferably 3 times a day, during sunrise, sunset, and in the midday. There are a few Gurukuls where they do even in the night and in the midnight. Based on the design of the Gurukul, the Anushtana differs. And in every Gurukulam, there will be a Samuhika Prarthana. What is Samuhika? Together they will assemble and they will be a part of a Gurukulam. And Prarthana is one thing where everybody will assemble, and that day's activities will be decided. So responsibilities, that day's to-do list or targets, goals, and any other reminders for that day, and also starting the day with a prayer. All these things will be covered in the Prarthana. The next will be yoga. And yoga is not what we think as a physical yoga only. Yoga involves bandha, mudra, and kriya, many other dimensions. Yoga is something which is deeper, where they focus yoga as a methodology to reach oneself. Go Seva is a very unique thing. In every Gurukulam, the Go Rakshana or Go Seva is been part of a daily affair, where they will feed the cow, they will clean the cow, they will bath the cow, they will go a walk with the cow, etc. And also cleaning the Goshala, very, very important. And in every Gurukula, every student should undergo this thing, which is called Karma Yoga or Shrama Seva. All the images which you are seeing are from the Gurukul where I studied. It is called Veda Vijnana Gurukulam. It is in the outskirts of Bangalore. It's a 7 years education today. When I studied 10 years before, it was a 6 years education system, where every day students used to participate in a daily activity. And daily activity, I mean cleaning the toilets, cleaning the floor, washing the the premises, then doing agricultural work, cooking, all versatile work will come, including construction. There is no activity where they will hire people from outside. Almost 99% of all the activities will be taken care by the Gurukul student itself during that Karma Yoga session or Shrama Seva time of 1 hour or 2 hours. And it is compulsory for everybody, and everybody will get an opportunity to do all types of works in a regular basis. So the routine will change. So 1 week, if a person is working in farm, the next week a person will be working in kitchen. Likewise, every one of the Gurukul student in the duration of 6 years or 12 years of the Gurukul study will get an opportunity to do all types of works, and it is compulsory. Then comes the class, which is called Kaksha, where the Gurukul students will first prostrate the teacher, and then they will sit in front of the teacher and learn. And even after the class, they will salute the teacher, and then they will leave the class. And normally the sessions will go not based on 1 hour or 40 minutes. It go based on the topic. So the Gurukul subject, what topic they are going to teach, based on that topic, the duration of the class will be decided. If it is a Vedic class, Vedic chanting class, the class will be of more time. And if it is on, Parayana or Shloka, it will be of a lesser time. Based on the content, the class structure will change. And the class strength will be very, very less than 15, and minimum even 2 or 3. So lesser the number, more the attention. And many a times the sessions will happen in the open place with the nature, or in the early morning time or in the evening time. There is something called as a swadhyaya, where students are supposed to study by themselves. This is not homework time. This is of self learning, where the class will not cover everything. The students should also take care of the subject. We will discuss in detail in the future. In every Gurukulam, there is one more concept which is called a Kala Kaushala, which is called art forms, musical instruments, drawing, and many other kalas. In India, we have 64 art forms, 64 kalas. So, whichever is possible from the tutor's perspective, whichever a Gurukulam can accommodate, they will try their level best to inbuilt in the syllabus. So this is a timetable of the Gurukulam where I studied, and a few more Gurukulams which I visited. It's an approximate timetable. We are not very sure what could be the timetable of Vashishta Ashram or Valmiki Gurukulam, but but almost this will be the same. We can derive this from different Sanskrit literature, like Kalidasa, and different books of different great masters. We can see the timetable of Gurukulam Dinacharya. So before sunrise, wake up, then Anushtana, then prayer, then Upahara. Upahara is breakfast. Then sessions will begin, and then 12:30 in our Gurukulam we had a Yoga Nidra, where the day starts at 4. That means by 8 o'clock they will be completing almost the whole day activity of a normal school going child. They will have 2-3 sessions, they will have yoga, they will have so many things. So but definitely by 12:30 they will have a Yoga Nidra, where it is not a sleep but a yogic sleep with very, very less time, where they will get so much of energy. And then again Bhojanam, again classes. Paniyam is snacks, and Kashayam as a drink. And then Krida is for games. Then again Anushtana, Bhojana, Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra, here it is a complete sleep which continues with Yoga Nidra. So this is a bird view of a Dinacharya or a daily timetable. But in Gurukulam, they just don't have Dinacharya only. They will also have Masikacharya, which is a monthly timetable. Now we are going to see about the Masikacharya, or a monthly timetable. Again, this varies based on the location where the Gurukulam is placed, which state, etc. It's a general plan. The Mushti Bhiksha Yojana, the first one, this one, which is nothing but the Gurukulam should run from the society. So the Gurukulam will request all the nearby villages to collect food, 1 marshal of rice when they cook in a separate sack, so that monthly once the Gurukulam children will go and beg from every house and get back the sack, and the next month's entire monthly food materials will be saved from them. So likewise, we used to go to different villages and beg rice and other materials from them, and then we will come back. So this is a monthly activity, monthly one day, all the students will do this. The second one is Ganapati Homa, where on Sankarhara Chaturthi, every fourth lunar day, we will do a Ganapati Homa, and on that day, we will discuss on different scriptures and debate and it will be kind of a seminar where they will present a topic, and the different other groups will counter the topic, and intellectual discussion will happen. Then we have the Chhatra Pramukh Chayana, which means, sorry, the Chhatra Pramukh is a person who is in charge for the entire affairs of Gurukulam. And probably, normally it will be the senior most student of Gurukulam or the final year student who will be the in charge for the entire Gurukulam, and his responsibility will be for 1 month. That means for the entire month, one person will be in charge for assigning the responsibilities for all the students in the Gurukul, for their karma yoga, which work who should do when, etc. Then the farm related and cow shed and cow related stuff, electricity, water crisis, all these things will be led by this person. He will be the leader, and he will have a team of people who are called Vidyut Pramukh, Jala Pramukh. Jala Pramukh is in charge for water. So whenever water, needs to be done, what is that called? Motor. So motor on, off, or plumbing issues, everything this boy will take care, and he will be called as Jala Pramukh. Then Vidyut Pramukh, he will be in charge of the electricity. Likewise, Bhojana Pramukh. There are different responsibilities. There is one very interesting and important thing called Samaya Pramukh. The Samaya Pramukh, for 1 month, that student will do the Shankha Nada. They will blow the Shankha, the conch, before every class and after every class, and before lunch and wake up call and night sleep. So every 45 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, the Shankanada will be taken care of one student who is called Samaya Pramukh. So likewise, all the students of final year and 1 year before final year will get all these responsibilities. And monthly, one person will be considered as the leader of entire student community. Then comes the Ashtami and Prathama, where they will not teach new subjects, but they will do revision and modern educations, and English, computer, those kinds of education will happen during the Ashtami, Navami, Ashtami, Prathama, and Amavasya Paurnami. And then Chalanachitra is a movie. Monthly once there will be a movie which will be scrutinized by the Acharya team, and it will be shown. Then comes the Varshikacharya, which is a yearly plan, where Sankranti Sabha, Navaratri Sabha, like normal school system, what we have today, the exams will not be like how we have exams today. In Gurukul, they don't have an exam design. Why? Because every day in the classroom, it is exam. Every next day will be exam on the topic which is discussed in the first day. And anytime, any day, anywhere, a surprise quiz can happen in a Gurukulam. While washing clothes, suddenly Acharya can come and ask a question from the class. While you are sleeping, suddenly Acharya can come and ask you a doubt. When you are going to Acharya to ask a doubt, he may suddenly ask you questions from what he taught. Likewise, throughout the day, the evaluation will happen to each and every student. And this could be possible in Gurukul because all the acharyas, all the teachers are residential. They all stay along with the students. Maximum 100 feet distance, all the acharyas will stay with the students. Many a times they will stay along with the students in the same corridor. So because of all these reasons, the relationship of student and acharya will be very, very close. Therefore, acharya knows better than the student on his knowledge or her knowledge. So evaluation will be done every day, but still, for the student's sake, for the student to know where the student is standing, they will do Sankranti Sabha and Navaratri Sabha. During Navaratri and Sankranti is Pongal. During these 2 dates, they will conduct different parikshas. One is called the Shalaka Pariksha, where they will have a book and they will have a stick. And they will randomly put the stick into any page of the book, and they will open, and whichever page the stick stands, there they ask question. Likewise, there will be many creative way of asking questions and debate and creating question paper. Many varieties of evaluation happen. And again, I tell you, this evaluation is not for the teachers. It is for the student knowledge on their knowledge and their position. And there are many festivals. Surya, Chandra Grahana will be Surya Grahana and Chandra Grahana are one of the unique thing. I'm a complete, city-born guy who stayed in city till I completed my 12th standard. I never knew any of these Gurukul knowledge or etc. And when I entered into this Gurukul, the first Surya Grahana was for me like a miracle. It was like, I'm in a Harry Potter movie. They all were not going out of the they all the windows are closed, the entire Chatravasa is locked, airtight. And during that Grahana Kala of 6 hours, complete shutdown. And after the Grahana Kala, everybody will take bath on the very dress which they are wearing, not even removing the dress. Wearing the dress, they take bath, and during that time, they will not eat food. And that day, the food will be different. So all these restrictions was literally amazing. So Grahana is a very unique thing, and all the festivals, all the 6 chapters I need to cover within a very short time. So I'm not sure whether I will do justice. So I'll just wind up this segment. And Pravasa is a tour where they will travel, and Veda Shibara, where every year at the end of the year during summer season, all the Gurukul students will go to their own hometown or different villages, and they will run workshops, residential workshops there for the children over there. So this is of community giving from the Gurukul side, where the students will go and run residential camps for all types of people in one place, and they will take care of all those things. So this starts from right from the first year, and seniors will lead, and juniors will support them, and slowly they will take the lead, and their juniors will support self-sustainable Vedic Shibram design, all for free. Then every year the Gurukul students should publish books. Then many invited speakers will be visiting Gurukuls, and they will have special sessions, and all these things are yearly plans. So now we have completed Dinacharya. Now we are going to see the differences, the unique difference between Gurukul system and modern education system.